Hi guys, welcome to another episode on our YouTube channel. Today we are going to be going over Xetch. So we have got our newly re-released Xetch here in the big bottles. So this has been long awaited by many of you. Even though our personal preference is for using Xprep, we find it much faster. There are a lot of you who just really love the old Xetch method and you just trust it. So we are going to get started with Adele's nails here. First thing I'm going to show you though, the bottle is bigger, says Xetch on the side. All of our bottles in our extensions range are going to be following this format, just so that there's a difference between these bottles and our gel polish bottles. Also, we're able to give you a little bit more of the product for no extra money. So that is really, really good. The next thing I'm going to show you as well is the brush. So the brush is a much shorter nylon head brush, which is much better, we think, for etching.
Okay, Lee,
oh, here she is.
And the YouTube channel.
Are you doing a video?
We are.
Yeah.
I'm just picking up an order.
So yeah, this new brush is going to be fantastic for etching. So let's get started with the etching. This is also a new formula of Xetch, which is HEMA free, which people will be glad to hear. So we're just going to brush it on first, and then we're going to go in with our typical mashing method that we've always done, making sure we get right round the edges. Oh, slipping out my fingers. Why is this one slipping away? There we go. It's been such a long time since I've etched. Making sure we're getting right up to the edges, full coverage, and that's kind of how we want it to look. So it looks all sort of matte and mottled in the tip. So again, we are going to be brushing it on the area that's going to be in contact with the natural nail, and then we are going to mash it in. You guys are going to find it so much easier with this brush. Just much better for what it's meant for, I think.
Are you mashing in real time, or has Chris sped this up?
No, this is real time.
So that's how quickly you mash.
That's it. So brush it on, and then within a couple of seconds, you'll feel it going that sort of sticky way, same sort of texture as you had before with the original Xetch. And again, just mashing it in to create that sort of textured look, making sure we get right up to the edges. And then you'll feel it kind of go dry and it doesn't really do anymore. At that point, don't go back in and redo it again, just leave it. Of course, if you had like an area that still needed done, you could just do that area. So again, brush it on, and then we are going to etch, and you'll feel it going that sticky, tacky way really quite quickly.
Why don't you just brush it on?
Because then you're not creating any texture on the surface, so it's not really got any purpose at all.
And do you need to etch every bit of the nail?
Only the bits that are going to be in contact with the natural nail. So Adele has quite short natural nail beds, so you don't need to come too far up the tip. Make sure if you did have a client who had longer natural nails that you're going to come further up the tip. So make sure you sort of customize it to the client that's in front of you.
And what about short styles?
What do you mean?
Would you etch the whole nail if it was a short,
No.
Short, sharp square?
Again, well, short, sharp square you might need to etch quite a lot of the tip if that is what's going to be in contact with the natural nail. So again, it's the full area of the tip that is in contact with the natural nail is what you are going to etch. So again, you can see it's quite mottled. Is it in frame, Chris? Yep. It's all mottled, the full area, and especially the edges. Those are the most important parts. So once we have etched all of the tips, we are then going to go in with our X Prime. Now this is really important. We are using X Prime and not Xprep. We don't need to use Xprep. We just use the X Prime. So we'll then apply the X Prime nice and neatly to all of the fingers. Today we're just doing one hand on Adele because she's going to get another hand done for content. Instagram content in a minute. So with the Xetch, you can etch all of your tips at once before you apply them. You don't need to do one at a time. That is the recommended way. Whereas with Xprep, we'd recommend doing one nail at a time. So today I'm going to be applying Adele's nails with our Ultimate Gel, which is our universal gel. This is our new hypoallergenic X gel type product. So this is free of HEMA, HPMA, IBOA, HEMA as well. So it's going to be good for lots of different people if they have allergies and things like that. Let's get myself organized here. So once we have etched the tips, we are going to go in and apply them as we normally would. So small amount of X gel, especially for Adele's wee nails. And then we are going to go in at our 45-degree angle at the cuticle, keeping that firm pressure, especially at the cuticle, creating like a sort of dam. And then we're going to move it over to the light, keeping about 10 centimeters away. And then what I like to do is bring it out, check if we have any gel over the free edge, and then pop that back in for a few seconds. At this point, usually we would be working on the same finger on the other hand, but this time we're only doing one hand, so we're just going to let that cure for a little longer and we'll just wait. Okie dokie. So again, small amount, probably a bit too much. And every client's going to need a different amount of gel depending on the size of their nail beds. Remember that. And you'll sort of learn as you go along. So I know I've definitely used too much gel, but that's why our microfiber brushes are so great for tidying up any overspills of gel. So I would always keep them beside you when you're working. There we go. And then back under we go. So there's lots of different methods that you can use to etch the inside of tips. We have our Xprep, we now have our Xetch back in stock, and then of course there is the e-file method where you can use various bits. We recommend the etcher from Lucy Pastorelli for that. And you can use a nail file peeled off and wrapped around a small tool as well. So there's lots of different ways of etching the inside of tips. Just need to find your preferred method. As I said earlier, our preferred method is Xprep. We just find it so much faster. But so many of you guys absolutely love Xetch, which is why we have brought it back, redeveloped it to make it an even better product.
What if you just use pre-etched tips?
Again, if you use pre-etched tips, we're going to apply all the same methods. We recommend still doing that because you're not going to get the longevity with the pre-etched tips on their own. You do really want to make sure you are doing a form of etching on top of them as well. So our Ultima gel I think is going to be really, really popular because it is hypoallergenic, and we have been waiting a long time for a hypoallergenic X gel type product. We called it our universal gel because not only is it suitable for so many more people, but also you can use it for so many different things. You can use it as a strengthening base coat, you can use it as a builder, you can use it for applying your full cover tips. So it really is a great product.
Are you thinking of bringing out colour versions?
Of
Pigmented versions?
Ultima?
Yeah.
No, but we will be having a different product that is pigmented and a builder.
Okay, normally I lead with questions I know the answer to, but I didn't know the answer to that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you do.
Oh, yes. Oh, okay.
I think you guys are really going to like this Xetch. I do actually think it's a little bit faster to use than the original formula. I feel like it just works a little bit faster.
Why did it take you so long to redevelop it?
Because it's quite a unique product, so it just takes time. And unfortunately these days, everything just takes longer than necessary, really. So yeah, we've been working on this since before we the last batch of the old formula ran out, to be honest with you.
Will this new Xetch be in the kits?
No, not at the moment, not until we redo the inside of our kits. Obviously we have different bottle shapes now, which means our foam needs redone. So once we've done that, and then we are going to pop Adele's hands into this light for 30 seconds, pop it in, The Ultimate Gel only takes 30 seconds to cure, but if you're using it as a builder, we always recommend using it in low heat mode. Obviously it has had sort of 10 seconds, 15 seconds under our flash curing light, so we're just putting it in 30 seconds to ensure there is a full cure.
Should you do that with all full cover tips?
We recommend so, just in case your client's finger wanders, it just means that you're going to ensure a full cure. But with other brands and also our X Gel, you'll want to use 60 seconds because that product is a 60-second cure. And there we go. All on. Nice and easy. Perfect. So guys, I hope you enjoyed that, found it useful, and you're all going to go and buy our new Xetch. I'm guessing when we release this video, it'll have been released by then. Of course it will, because we have it right now. So yeah, let us know below your favourite way of etching. Do you like the Xprep? Do you like to do it manually? Do you like to use Xetch? Are you super happy that Xetch is back? And let us know what you think of the new brush as well. Make sure you subscribe so that you are notified every time we release a new video. And thank you so much for watching. Bye guys. Shorty naughty.